Well, audio dubbing is now on my channel. That's cool. So I can get um, get things in other languages um, provided, that I have settings adjusted appropriately. So that's cool. So I'll do that at some point, not too far from now, probably. Just do this. All right. All the testing on the chat works properly too. Okay, let's go ahead and just get into it. I'm still not sure. I saw earlier today um, on Tiny Bunny, there's been an update, but I don't know. I think it's just a language update. The most I've seen for episode 5 is a teaser. So I'm going to have to do some research and see, because if that is good to go again, then we'll want to play that soon. Don't waste too much time, or let too much time pass, I should say, before we play episode 5. Where is my... There we go. There we go. Mike. Just kidding. I think that's everything. Yeah, I think so. So we have a lot of things still to do in this, I feel like. We kind of ran into a little bit of a snag, being that I'm not exactly sure what the next step for us should be. But let me take a look at the mansion here. We still have not gotten into the garage. Now, if Derek was the chauffeur for a time, he probably has keys to the garage somewhere, right? Do we have a clue about that? Let me see. We want 95. Hey, Monmouth. So I just had a thought, which is that if Derek was the chauffeur starting, 1995, maybe a little bit earlier, whatever, he might have a key to the garage in the mansion. Yeah, this game is awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, sorry about earlier. I apparently had scheduled something and forgot about it, so I didn't pay attention when I was scheduling, and it conflicted with my earlier stream. Not that you would have seen that necessarily. That's like when you're it's like 2 a.m. for you or something when you're sleeping. But okay, this is all about Dr. Johnson's death, Trisha getting scared. So maybe we need the 1990 entries. Scott's accident, yeah. Oh, I can relate. I'm not a young buck, as my facial hair will tell you. Fortunately, I've got a little tiny bit of white has gotten into my eyebrows, and a little tiny bit up here, like on the sideburns. Outside of that, though, I haven't had really all that many age effects except lower energy. It's hard. I have to work harder to get the same effect physically. Yeah. So as I get older, it's not as easy as it was when I was in my 20s or even 30s for that matter. Okay, let's see. Okay, Let me just read these all again just to make sure I'm not missing something. If he gives a clue about something about keys or something, then rest is good. Yeah, that's another one of my big problems. Another one is I've always been a night owl, but the rest of the world works on morning time. Means I don't get nearly as much sleep as I should. I really need to discipline myself to go to bed no later than midnight so that I can be up. And again, and this isn't to you, but just in general publicly, since this is for the world can see this, right? I try not to reveal too much about my personal life. I'd like to avoid as much as possible getting doxxed at some point or something for whatever random reason. So I don't give too many details that way. What I would say is I work for a .com company and I'm able to work remotely, so I don't have to go into the office. So the reason I say that is, so I could go to sleep at like midnight and wake up at say 7:45. So I got 7 hours 45 minutes sleep, and I could just start working right on the spot when my shift starts, and then my first break or on lunch or something I can shower and be good for the rest of the day. So yeah, I'm extraordinarily lucky, extraordinarily fortunate with that, by the way. I cannot tell you how some people are religious, some people are not. I am religious, so I will just say it this way. I cannot tell you how blessed I feel to be able to have the schedule I have and the job that I have. Now, if you're not religious, I obviously just fill in the word with like lucky or fortunate or, whatever. Okay, let's see. We went cycling today. Scott said he can ride faster. Okay, this is where Scott's brakes didn't work and Trisha was concerned. So that's not going to have anything to do with being a chauffeur or having keys or anything. Here we go. While cleaning the garage, Charles approached me and asked if I would like to be his chauffeur. He says current driver wants to spend more time to retire. Okay. It's a good opportunity, get a raise, to travel. I think I'll say yes. So this is a confirmation that he became it. Yeah. Yeah. Seriously. Of all the things that like happened with the event, the plague in 2020, that is one positive thing for at least many situations to come out of that, is that there is a lot more flexibility for that type of thing, which is great. If you have a family with kids, for example, you can spend more time with them, things like that. So let's see. So Trisha came today and suggested we make our very own time capsule. So that's not related. Trisha loved notebooks. Got her a notebook. So Derek had a thing for Trisha as well, but then Scott kind of became the boyfriend, I guess. So there's potential motive here to hurt somebody, but I don't know if Victoria makes sense. Or not Victoria. Was it Victoria? Vivian. My bad. I don't know if Vivian makes sense, but we'll things progress as we move on. We get more information. We get, our opinions on who might have done what and when and stuff shifts, of course. Okay, I didn't expect to be traveling as much as a driver. On one hand, I miss my mom. On the other hand, I get to stay in nice hotels. Guess it's not a bad deal. Charles treats me very well. Even gives me extra allowances. Okay, so far, still not seen anything about a key. But we do know where Wanda and Derek, where their house is. We have that information. So we could go inside and look and see if we find something that we missed. We went hunting near the river. According to Scott, there's a nest in the drain hole that sometimes has eggs. I told him it might be dangerous, but he assured us it's fine, so off we went. Sure enough, there were eggs. Didn't know what eggs those were and tried to stay a little further away. Scott started collecting them when I noticed something moving. Trisha was able to shout out that it was a snake. I stood there frozen, not knowing what to do. Scott turned and saw the snake. He then spread his arms out and slowly walked backwards. Trisha was behind him. He extended his right hand with a stick toward the snake, slowly placed the bag of eggs on the floor with his left hand. When he reached me, he grabbed my arm and said, "Run!" We all ran screaming. So that's an experience. Hey, Fox, welcome. So that's an experience they have, but it still doesn't deal with the driving, really. Yeah, not at all here, actually. Okay. So they went in the backwoods playing by the lake. It's not that I don't appreciate what Charles has given to us. Oh, he misses the old days. It's not that he doesn't appreciate what Charles has given to us, such as the house we live in and our jobs. I just miss the time when we were young, carefree. I miss Trisha. Why doesn't she realize that I like her? I mean, since I have been in this position before, I will just say, bro, if you like the girl, you need to say something. She likes the chase. So, I mean, not everybody's the same. Very often women like the chase to a point at least. If you don't say anything, she thinks you have no interest. So that's not the best idea. Trisha visits me again ever since Scott was fired. Told not to see Trisha anymore. She's been visiting me quite often. Not only is she angry at Vivian, she also knows Scott. Saying Scott's avoiding to her. Okay. Visited mom. Mom looked fine. Dr. Johnson said chemotherapy sessions are needed. I saw Scott talking with Dr. Johnson. Dr. Johnson's body is found near Cherry Creek Lake. Yeah, we don't have... I don't think we have any kind of lake around here that I can access. I mean, it would be in the general area of the town, like the region or whatever, but I don't think we can access a lake, at least not as far as I've seen. Maybe I'll find out that you can actually, and then at that point we can go there from there, but apparently she sees Dr. Let's see. Police came and interviewed Vivian because she was seen near Dr. Johnson a lot. Trisha got frightened and locked herself in her room. Don't know what's going on. Police came to my house. So tired of all that's happened recently. Scott came back with Father Matthew today. Trisha came. Hospital. When Charles and Bernard stopped her, she broke down in tears. Yeah, so he has nothing in his journal. Let's see. That's 74.95. So this might also, let's see. Derek visits me every day. This is his mom, Wanda. Sometimes he smuggles snacks she likes. Oh, this is when she's already in the hospital, I think, for chemo. For cancer. Let's see. In Reeves Chapter 2K. If he doesn't have to drive Charles for a few days, he stays past visiting hours and sleeps on the armchair, tending to my needs during the night and gives the nurses a break. He's such a good kid. My hair's falling off more now. Yeah. I remember my mom going bald. It was hard on her. She had really pretty hair, and it was rough when she lost it. I really don't like chemotherapy sessions. They make me throw up afterward. Every time Derek visits me, pains me to see him holding back his tears. I want to comfort him, say I'm getting better, but my parents betrays me. Yeah, well, that would be a lie anyway. Even if you're trying to comfort him, saying you're getting better when you're not, that just makes it worse. When he finds out you were lying, right? Sometimes I wonder if my life had any meaning at all, having mostly worked my whole life for the Roberts family. What will people say at my funeral? Will Derek think of me as a mother who was always there for him? Could have done so much more. If only there was more time. So that's just mostly just sad messages. I think I already tried. Cannot get into here. Yeah. At some point, I'm guessing, because there's at least, if nothing else, there's at least I think the Private Eye's car still has the glove box locked, I think. Anyway, regardless, I want 44. Is that right? I think it's 44. Black Pine Tar Drive, whatever the hell it's called. Town Center, that's not the one. Walnut, where's my map? Walnut Town Center. Black Pine, yeah, here. If I just keep following Town Center, it goes to there. 34. 40. Yeah, it's 44, right? Not 40. But this is not. Maybe it's 40 and I'm not remembering? I don't think so, though. Yeah, this is somebody else's. It might not be it might not be on this street, though. It might be a different street. That's the hospital, so that's too far. 39. Yeah. I think it's not on that road. Is it the one that's just... Okay, so there's... Let's see. Maybe it was here. Up these stairs? I didn't think so, but maybe. Damn it. Don't I have like a codex or something where I like write down addresses? I keep forgetting where my houses are. Blah. Wait. That's 10. I think it's definitely not 10. And that's also town center, so it's probably wrong. And this goes up there. Bernard is the one that's at the end of the, basically at the end of that street. All right. Fine. Oh. Nope, I don't, I know. I know. I don't have to go back to the hospital. I mean, I could. It work just as well. I don't need to go to the hospital since I'm right here already. I can go to the mansion because there's in the security room the list of employees and their addresses. I was thinking I'd go back and look at Wanda's patient file, and I thought, oh, I could just go look at Derek's address since he was one of their employees. They have that in the security office. Which probably is faster anyway, because the mansion is not, or the manor is not nearly as big as the hospital, even though it's large. So I don't have to go through as many halls and upstairs and look for a records room and stuff. And it's just over here anyway. So it doesn't take me much to get to it. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Bernard Derrick. 43. It's Silver Lake is the street I wanted. Silver Lake. Okay. That's fine. And I was close on the number. I was thinking 44, 43. Close enough. But Silver Lake is the street, not the other. Yeah. Okay, so now to get to Silver Lake, back down here, then I'm going to consult the map because I don't remember offhand. We are, yep, town center, right? Okay. Silver Lake is, basically curve around to Clover, and then the end of Clover. 43 is the address. $18, 23. I thought Bernard was still Silver Lake. That goes out of town, though, so we don't want that. $43. remember how to get there. Is it up here, maybe? No, because now we're back on Town Center or Walnut, whichever of those it is. Thought it was up some stairs too, but I might be thinking of something else instead of this one. I wish I would remember this stuff from week to week, but apparently not. 43, 39. Don't know if this is still what I want, though. Yeah, here we go. Just had to find the right thing off the side of the street to go to. Okay. Now, I'm not expecting the key to the garage to be here, but there might be something that I've missed that will tell me where it is. And if not, you know, then I guess not. My question would be, though, would he really keep the key to the garage here? Probably not. But it is possible. So if we don't find a note about the garage here, it's possible we'll find the key itself. I just don't expect to find that here. That seems kind of super unlikely, actually. Not even just kind of. But it is possible. Who's that? And there's still, like we talked about last time, several keys that I need to open various things. Like in the hunting cabin, down below. There's still the side room at the church and downstairs at the church as well. I can't get into the basement there, so that's another thing. Tea set with some tea bags. Why is this? Interesting. Could it be a graphical glitch or it's a design thing that just looks a little strange to me? It doesn't have to be some kind of a clue. Okay. It doesn't seem like anything there. Let's see what's upstairs that I might have missed. Opened these before, but this was Diary from Wanda. This was that 1974 one, so we've already read this. Nothing above it, yeah. Sometimes there's a shelf on top in a closet, like where you can put hats or some such, right? So, what does the tag say? Thank you, Wanda, for your hard work. Oh, yeah. It's not giving me any kind of a prompt for looking in the side pocket. So I assume there's nothing more there. Okay. Shampoo. Actually, that's probably... That shampoo. That's probably... I would get... My guess would be like something to clean the sink and the toilet. And or the toilet. Don't know, obviously, but that'd be my guess. Broken, need a tool to fix it, so I need like a screwdriver. I still don't have the tools. Tools have been eluding me all game so far. Kind of surprised at this point that I haven't found them by this point. But, or found them or opened them even. Opening them obviously is the ultimate goal, of course. Opening the toolbox. What was this one? Oh, this was his 1995 diary. Yeah, okay. Cannot open that. Nothing in the bottom of the drawer. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. It's a typewriter here. Hasn't really been used much. Started to write a letter, I guess, but didn't get finished. Another journal, right? This is going to be the 1990 set of entries. And apparently I'm not able to even try to do anything with these. Not getting any kind of interaction. Check and see if there's... See, these would just be the rivets holding it in, I would think, but I don't know. I'm just making sure there's not some slot I'm missing where I could interact. Even if I can't open it now, if it said something like, you know, oh, so if I got something small, I could put it in there or something, then at least I'd know. So nothing at Derek's house either yet, huh? At least that I see. It's okay. Like I said, I'd be surprised if there's not, or if a key were actually there. So I was looking more for a note or something, but I didn't see anything. There was the reference. I don't know what I would find there, but there was the reference to the snakes and the eggs. Wonder if I could find something similar in the river now. Maybe not with an actual snake, but maybe there's a hole where something was left behind? Maybe. thought about going back to the manor and trying to look at things again, but I don't know what I've not searched there is the problem. I assume I've missed stuff, but I don't know where I need to look to find this stuff. But okay. Wonder if it might be over by where those birdhouses are. If it's like, again, if it's even there, of course, because it might not be. Here, somewhere in here. Here we go. This is another thing we don't know. I don't know how to open this currently. This is another thing we need to open. There's a lot of different locks that we can't get past currently. I'm not trying to go in the water, though. So just as an FYI, I'm not trying to go in the water. You can stop telling me your stuff's getting wet, I know. I was over here before. I don't really know if I can do anything under here. You cannot walk on the ladder. Apparently that just blocks you entirely. Actually, it's looking more like there's an invisible wall in general for down below. Yeah. Well, I don't see anything over by the cabin outside, at least in the back area. I don't expect to find anything at all outside, actually. It's been a bit since I searched this again, so I'm going to do it again. As before, I cannot really interact with the well. So either that's going to... something will trigger that to be accessible, or there will be a cutscene involving it, or we just never will use it. It'll be one of those three, I think. Yeah. See, the problem with this, as far as the garage goes, is this is Scott. Scott, I don't remember, but I don't think Scott had access to the garage per se. He worked there before, but he was more with the groundskeeper and stuff, I think, right? So obviously this is Scott's diary. We already got that. Nothing with the books. see anything close up on the fireplace mantle either. Master Carpentry has really nothing we can use, it looks like. Nope, no on those books too. That's sort of what I was seeing when I was here before. There wasn't really a lot here. There's some. There wasn't a ton of stuff. Yeah, knife has a dull blade, which I think is a clue, as in like the knife had been used for something and got dull as a consequence. Again, just to remind myself that I have looked in them. Yeah, Clorox is basically bleach, right? So that's what was in Wanda's bathroom on the counter. I'm sure this won't work. This is only for Jimmy and cars, I think, right? Yeah. Nothing we can do anything with there. What's that? Secondary light or something. Secondary light switch, I don't know what that does. Turn this off. Yeah. I don't know what this does. Interesting, but whatever. And obviously does nothing if in the game they decided it does nothing. Of course, but... Read that diary already as well. Oh. We still have this we need to do. And we need to put something there to open it. Nothing. It's possible you pull this and something opens or something like that, but I'm not seeing anything change. Milk. Nothing in the cabin. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I guess back to the mansion for now, or to the manor. See if we can find that key. Take the long way around apparently because I went direction didn't really intend to go, but Still can't go in there. Okay. Some more poking around here, see if we can find the key. Somewhere I've not looked yet, obviously. Frankly, I'm a little surprised that there was not a key to the garage, the security office, when we got keys from there originally. But it wasn't here. So the garage key is missing. Okay, hang on. So Derek said that Charles asked him to be the chauffeur. Who was the chauffeur before? Some stuff about Scott and Sophia and Bernard, however you choose to say that. I thought there was something about... Oh, it might be Trisha. There's something about... Did I already use this? 44871? Where's the study? Study room. Next to the library, huh? I don't know if I've used that or not, actually. Let's see. Looking for other clues. I find that one. Maybe. Not done that. I don't remember. Let's see. Hang on. We just came down from the security room. It's going to be here. So we go across the family room. Yeah, here we go down to the end here. Yeah, that's how we opened this in the first place. Yep, so we have done this. Couldn't remember what room this was. Or, like, what room the study was. That's this one, though, so that makes sense. Who was... Let's try Mary. I want to see who was the chauffeur before Derek. Or Dorothy might have that information too, depending. Andrew doing that. Scott. I don't see anything about it there. 1993, and he said it's 14 years. 18 years. So 75. I don't think that's what this is going to be, but no, okay. It's too easy. Yeah, I'm sure these are related, right? We got a 52 at some point. So that's probably for this. Still have 2 more to find, so not progressed any further on those either. A lot of stuff I have not really progressed on. Oh yeah, we have this too. Yeah, it's an irregularity there, not actually something you can interact with. Let's see. Um, so Derek's avoiding Vivian for some reason. Really? It's not what I meant. I thought view was to be like, look at the, like, turn the book around or something. But Medical and Health Encyclopedia. 1 through 17 volumes. Okay. Figured I would. Ah, here we go. 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. 1, 2, 3, 4 right. And then it said 6 left, 3 right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 right. Nope. 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. Is there a 3-digit code somewhere? Four right, 6 left, 3 right. Let me put that note down here so I've got it. 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. Okay. So I've got the note for later. Okay. That'll be a 3-digit combo. I don't know what lock we've got that takes only 3 digits. Oh, it could be the in the gallery. Oh, thanks, Fox. Appreciate that. Thanks for your help. 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. Okay, let's see if that's a combo I can use here. No, because that is numerical. Yeah. So not that one. What other... I'm sure it's... Oh! Excuse me, I'm sure it's something on the property. It doesn't make sense for that to go to, say, like, the hospital or something. That doesn't make any sense, right? These are all open, so it's not going to be there. At least I wouldn't think so. These are just normal locks, so normal keys, not any kind of combo. Patty, I don't remember the combo being out there either. Is there? Oh, there's a safe here, right? Maybe not there. Somewhere around here, though, I thought there was a safe, right? Might be this one. Oh, maybe not. Huh, I thought one of these had a safe or something behind it. Maybe not. The closest I can get is this, where it's more wine. Maybe not. Okay, what else could that go to? There is the wine cellar downstairs. Does that have a combo? That's... That goes to the gallery, and that's going to be... here. Yeah, so the opposite side of that. Oops, so let's see. There, so over here. Although not outside, probably. That's the office. Where's the office in comparison? The study room. Oh, it's too far. It's kind of over here. Wait. This is the kitchen, right? I'm clearly not in the right spot. Okay, hang on. Let's go back to... Here's the entrance. Okay, I just came in the door. I'm home, honey! Okay, and then... To the right is dining, and then past that... Yeah, I think it's here. I think also... Oh yeah, I see. Upstairs. I was thinking that blocked it or something. This probably is I have to do a mechanism or something to open it, I'm guessing. Rather than just a normal lock. Okay. So not the wine cellar. Laundry room. Garage is still locked. It's a normal key. I think. I'm pretty sure. Master bedroom. Bathroom. Gallery room. Wasn't anything still over the library, right? Yeah, that'd be here. Yeah, I don't see any kind of combination being used for that. Master bedroom. So basically, if you go over toward the gallery, instead of actually going to the gallery, you stop and try here on the way. So the fireplace and chimney are closed. Vivian, we already read that, right? Yeah. Okay. Key, not a combo. It's also a key. That, of course, is Trisha's. It's the one we have. Huh. Not sure I'm gonna remember where the combination is. Keep looking, but so far I've been coming up blank. Normal key. It's where she learned about embezzlement. The one guy embezzling money or whatever, I think. Dr. Mechaladu, whatever his name is. The hospital. What other places could combination lock be used? It's a normal key to get in there. Just like downstairs, both of them go to the garage, I think, or above the garage maybe, instead of actually to the garage. I'm not sure if it actually connects once you're on the other side. Dorothy and Trisha years ago. Cannot open that one. It's Dorothy's journal. It's the same thing as in the church. Yeah, can't do anything with that. That's another Dorothy, I think. Isn't this Dorothy? Doesn't say a name on it now, so I'm not sure. So there's a newly hired maid. I think it is supposed to be her though, right? Let me look. Yeah, it's newly hired maid. So it's just early years. Is there a combo in here, maybe? A combination lock somewhere? Nope. Well, really not getting anything trying that, huh? Oh yeah, I closed that because of this. That's berries again. But I wouldn't expect the maid to have a combo thing in her room, probably, right? I've already figured out it's not in the gallery, the portrait room, or whatever you want to call it. So it's a thank you letter that I missed before. Can't do anything with these books, looks like. So this is new. So October 16th, 1973. This is the attorneys again. Dear Mrs. Roberts, on behalf of Jackson and Lewis, we'd like to thank you for appointing us to be Painscreek Community Hospital's medical provider. Oh, Maybe it's not attorneys. Maybe it's just the medical provider. With your husband, Mr. Charles Roberts, running for mayor, some might consider this partnership to be solely for the benefit of his status. On the contrary, it also greatly benefits us as your supporting funds allow us to continue our research and assisting our elderly patients. Details of the contract will be sent over shortly. Please go through the papers, have them signed, and return to us by the end of the week. All right, so I guess that was new. I thought I already read through all that, but I guess not. That one we have read. Oh, this is a combination lock, I think. I don't expect that this will open it, but it might. Nope, 4 numbers. I only have 3. And it's a individual instead of a single spin padlock. I need something that has a single spin because it's so many to the right, so many to the left, so many to the right. It's probably like a code for a big safe or something. It's what I would expect more in a place like this, but yeah, I don't think there's anything in there anymore for us. It's another one of Mary's journal or diaries, I guess I should say, whichever. Mm. Exercise room, bathroom, and guest room both have normal locks. Dorothy room's open. Security room is open. Don't have something to the attic. So this might actually be like what's over the garage. Yeah, the attic is what's over the garage. So it goes attic and then possibly stairs down. Although don't know that for sure. Tea room, bar, balcony. Trisha's room, balcony. What am I? It's first floor, right? Doo, doo, doo. Okay. Have fun. Hope you enjoy the movie. Man, I cannot think of where there would be a safe or something in here. What am I forgetting? I don't know. So obviously it's not that shed. That has too many. It's not actually the tumbler per se, but that is locked. I don't know where that is exactly, where that goes to, but wherever it is, we don't have access currently. Clearly. Nothing that way either. Well, crapo. Okay, I guess rather than trying to just remember every room, we'll just go room by room. See if we can find it the hard way. There's this note, which we've already got. We actually used that to get the clock to 3:20 in the tea room. Yeah, I think it's tea room or library, whichever it was. I think it was the tea room. Cannot open this. You need a key, like a normal key, and I don't have one. Okay. These are already open. Cannot open this. Hey, Silhouette, welcome. Trying to figure out where I'm going to use a combination that I saw. So, Faux Fox put it in the chat. 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. I should figure out where that gets applied. I'm not sure. Okay. So nothing in Trish's room, nothing on the balcony. So we've just finished this wing, or this part of the wing. So go over here. There's the tea room, and then across the way. This is all open, of course. This here is the not there. It's not second floor. It's a big gaping hole because it goes downstairs. Cannot open those at all. Excuse me. Although there is a lock here, it's a normal lock, not a combo lock. I have no keys. like physical keys. So I have to either, in the case of a car, I could try to jimmy it open with this, use the Slim Jim, or I need to find a key or have a combination. So I've got a 3-digit combination, or whatever you want to say, like a 3-step combination or something, but I don't see somewhere that works. The way it's listed, 4 right, 6 left, 3 right, it's either like something horizontally that you move over or back and forth across, or more likely it's like a turn, like on a safe or something. In which case, I need to find that safe, which I have not yet found it. This could all be at this particular point moot anyway. It's definitely possible that whatever that combination goes to is in the garage, which is currently, or the attic, either one, both of which are currently inaccessible to us. We need a normal key for either of those. Okay, so Bernard, Derek, Wanda, Andrew Reed, Dorothy, Mary. I think I've tried all of these. 10 Town Center. I'm pretty sure I've tried Dorothy's place too. 40 Black Pine and 10 Town Center. Because I am still looking for keys that might go to the garage too. Or the attic, either one. Those keys so far have eluded me. None of those. Excuse me. I don't think there's anything in there either. I tried around the bar here, but I couldn't find anything that looked like a safe or anything. I've already gone through all those drawers earlier tonight. That's why I stopped early. We've already got the key for that. That's why this room is open. So. exercise room. The thing is, I don't know, other than somewhere in this mansion or this manor, I don't know where the combination would be applied. I mean, literally the entire, if it's not here, it's literally the entire town is possible. Which becomes a problem if you're relying on even. Anyway, it's just. Nothing happened. I'll try them again though. Whoops, that's the way to the. I'll try them again because I might have messed up, or I might have. The order could be wrong. It's always possible. Let me try again. So I went off of this 10 being the center, but that might not be true. 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. What you've got there. So 4 right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it could be 6 left from here. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 3 right from here again. Yeah. Okay. So we do what I did initially. 4 right. And then 6 left from here. So 3, 6. And then 3 right. And then the other possibility, I think actually that's not the one I did initially. This is the one I did initially. So 4. And then it's 6 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 3 right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Didn't change. So I don't think it's the books here themselves. So, not in here, I don't think. At least, I don't have the correct way of doing it, if anything. So that's the office and the library. So study room and library here. There is clearly something here. If you get do the books a certain way, then you get in here. We could go outside and look in the window. Well, the window might be too high up. I don't know. It's the first floor, so maybe not. Go to the entrance and go to the right. Here. So we go to the right from there. About volume 10? It was the one. So volume 10 was what I used as a starting point. Basically, previously, volume 10 was in a drawer in the library, and I picked it up, and there was one of the encyclopedias missing from the bookshelf. So I put 10 in there, and then it stays. So I think clearly 10 belongs there. The question is, though, see, this is the study. So I would want the back side of this if I was going to have like a way to look into the study, see what's going on. I don't, so yeah, so I'd set it in there, and now it won't come back out, so it belongs there. I think it probably, that seems fairly good assumption, but technically not really looked at the floor all that much. It's possible there's some loose tile or something, and there's some kind of safe in the floor. Technically, you could do this for the entire mansion or the entire manor. I'm not going to do that. But I can do it here in the study. See if something shows up. I don't expect that kind of a thing unless you have some clue specifically telling you that you should do that, but it's always possible there's something around here. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything like that, though. Nothing looks even a little bit disturbed in the floor tiles. So I think the answer is no for that. Well, let's put a cork in that for now. See what other stuff I can do around town or whatever. See if there's something else I can figure out, maybe. Trying to think. We've been at the cemetery. We really didn't find much, if anything, there. We found... That is a thing, right? We found the death date of the previous father, but we can't get it. When I try to use it as a combination for anything, it doesn't seem to work. So I'm not sure how that's meant to be used. So the death date of the former priest is over here, I think, right? Calvin Bennett, yeah. So his death date was December 7, 1984. His birth date was October 24th, 1902. I think the October 24, 1902 is the one we want. October 24th, 1902. December 7th, 1984. I don't think it was the death date, though. I'm pretty sure it was just the birth date that was significant. Grave of the unknown person, I guess. It's interesting. I wonder who this is. At some point we might find out, but for now, we don't know. We also don't have a key for this. is the PI's car. We already... I have no... Yeah, so I've not unlocked this either yet, actually. PI was staying in the inn, but I don't think we found ever a key on him or anything for trying to access anything of his stuff, like, for example, that glove box. I don't actually remember now where the clue was that it was supposed to be. Can I do anything with this? No. Oh, here! That's the one. Unlock. Okay. 1024 02. There we go. That's where it was. I couldn't remember where that was. There we go. I don't... What? There's literally nothing in here? Do I want the other one? Does the other one also have a lock like that? It does have a lock. Let's see if it works for this as well. 10... Oh, no. 24... 02. Yep, also. Whoa, whoops, I got kicked out. Kicked back, okay. Here we go. This is new. Finally found the benches that I was looking for the whole time. This is the confessionals. Dear Father Calvin, this is a letter about the things that I have witnessed during my stay in Painscreek, while in the service to Mrs. Magdalene Roberts. I have no one to confide in, and I dare not speak to you in public. Hence, this letter. I accompanied Mrs. Roberts to Painscreek on July 4th of 1975 to visit her son, Charles. It was rumored that Vivian had a nervous breakdown following her own delivery of Tricia, that she had to stay in PCH, so the hospital, for rehabilitation for several months. During that time period, Charles was all alone. He found comfort in a housemaid by the name of Sophia. They had an affair. A boy was born. 2 days after arriving, we were informed that Sophia, along with her child, had left Painscreek. Where she could have gone off to was a mystery for all of us. I assume most of us believed in the story, including myself. However, Mrs. Roberts refused to believe that Sophia would leave when she would have been accepted into the Roberts family. The boy that she bore for Charles would have guaranteed that. Mrs. Roberts initiated a search for Sophia with her driver, Patrick, and myself. It lasted less than 2 months before she passed away from a heart attack. What I want to confess in this letter is not about Sophia, although I was initiated by her disappearance. It's about Mrs. Roberts' untimely death. You see, Mrs. Roberts had a heart condition, and it had been affecting her for a while. However, her medication had always kept her stable. Her prescription was still the same during her visit to Painscreek, yet her condition deteriorated. The family doctor, Henry Johnson, confirmed that her search for Sophia had taken a toll on her health. All she needed was to rest as much as she could, and she would be fine. I know that despite the doctor's advice, Mrs. Roberts did not stop the search. Did that create stress on her? Yes. But should it have killed her? According to the physician attending to Mrs. Roberts back home, no. Definitely not. Within such a short time span if she had taken her medicine. Definitely not within such a short time span if she had taken her medicine. Her body was never autopsied. Her son, Charles, wanted her body untouched and buried properly. As Patrick and I were packing to leave for home, couldn't help but wonder, who could have wanted Mrs. Roberts dead? Is there a connection between the affair of Charles and the housemaid, the disappearance of Sophia and her child, and the death of Mrs. Roberts? I would like to say whom I might suspect, yet I am in no such position and am afraid that I might name the wrong person. As I write this letter, I hope you can understand what I am trying to convey. I pray that the truth will be revealed as God permits. Sincerely, Sylvia Eden. Okay. So that's useful for the plot and what's going on that way. So that's really good. So probably somebody took care of Mrs. Roberts. Sylvia Eden. Do I know that name from somewhere? I'm trying to think. I feel like I don't have anything about that. Let me try. I don't think I can look up anything in the Roberts Manor about Sylvia Eden. She's not on the employee list, and I don't think we have any other stuff that way. But there might be something at the hospital if she was a visitor or a patient at any point. We might be able to find an address. Maybe. Sylvia Eden. Okay. Back to the creepy hospital, see what we can find now. Sylvia Eden, huh? Okay. Check the guest book first. I think it's more likely she might have visited somebody than that she was a patient, but you never know. Don't see. Yeah, I don't see her on either of them, actually. Over here or as a visitor. Let's see if... I don't remember her being in the patient records either, the medical records, but we can check. Sylvia Eden. No, not there. See, Sylvia, I think, might have been one of the nurses here, actually, rather than a patient or a visitor. She talked about how it's suspicious about the medication and stuff. So you would think... Oh, you know what? I don't think it's to be here, though. I'd say we could look and see if Magdalene shows up as any of the patient records here while we're in this room. Kyle, Andrew. Yeah. Not here. Let's see. Lockers here. Maureen, Lisa, Susan. No. None of those, at least. Is there a station like this on the second floor? Probably. Let me see if I can go upstairs and find a similar station. Bathrooms. Let's see. That's locked. Back down. Okay. So this way, I guess, would be the way to go. That is, of course, if there even is anything. No, and it's the exercise room, yeah. Pretty sure I've looked at these before, but I guess I didn't leave them open or something. So. Okay. So no, looks like to me. Dear Nicole, I'm so glad when I got your letter. I'm sorry too. Thanks for letting me choose where we bury our time capsule. Yeah, cemetery behind the hunting cabin and the playground. I've already tried the playground and the hunting cabin. There's part of the cemetery I can't get to. I think the playground is probably the one. It's just the side of that where there's that stump. But I don't have a key or anything to get into it. So that would be something I would still need to find, I think. You put anything you want in that. You pass your letter to my mom. She works in the hospital as a nurse. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Okay. Okay. Where's one around the back side? Trying to go the front. Thought I had turned the other way. I went to the back instead. Okay. Well, I don't see anything there. So. All right. We did record that. Whoops. So. Sylvia. Yeah, Sylvia Eden. So. I'm not sure where Sylvia Eden would be. How we would even find that out. Probably not here. I'm assuming this is just all guests from out of town. But you can see. Yeah. See nothing here. Okay, let's see what other clues we have the PI, or that the PI is left behind for us, I guess I should say. Okay, so we got in here. Okay, and then we need this still. And then he thought he saw that. Yep. Whoops. Community hospital, but we didn't have an answer, just that it was there. Sir. And this was his journal, or not his journal, but his notes. So Bernard Hopkins. No. Suppose probably not, but we might find something at the sheriff's office. If there was any kind of a report or something there, maybe? I don't know, that's kind of iffy, but it is a place to try. Didn't find anything at this inn either, so I guess that's the next thing we'll try. Since it's not very far away, since we're basically here now. Okay. This is about Vivian's murder, yeah. Silly eating in here at all? Since I'm here, I mean, I have the notes already in my journal and stuff, but nah, I don't see anything. Okay. Yeah, oh, these are still locked, yeah. That's another 4-digit, but again, the thing from the library at the manor is only 3, so even if it somehow had something to do with something way over here at the sheriff's office, doesn't match up the right number of digits, so. Joshua S. Taylor. He's on the playground. Sad. Not getting there. If we even want to, maybe at some point, maybe. Sylvia Eden. I mean, even if we get her address, I don't know that we have a way to get into her house, so I'm not sure how fruitful trying that is going to end up being anyway. He said he was seeing... Was it Sophia? Where are you? Andrew. Yeah, seeing Sophia. So... I think maybe at some point we might end up crossing over here, but we definitely don't have a key for it or anything right now. So that locked or whatever mechanism downstairs at the hunting cabin looks like it takes a religious icon or whatever somehow to, like, for a puzzle to open it. So this, I think this or the cemetery would be probably the most likely places to search, but we already read that. Wait, what was this? Oh, donation from Roberts. I thought it was a Dorothy for a second. I was like, wait, what? Did I miss Dorothy being involved somehow? No. We got that as well. What is it? I talked about Father Calvin, yeah. Moon Cafe, but I can't get in there either, so I'm not sure. Some of this stuff is, for the time being at least, eluding me. This is a 4-digit code, so again, less tools are in the storage room. So those are what's downstairs, where we have opened the chest that was Scott's stuff, but oh, maybe not. I was thinking there was a, for some reason I was thinking there was a toolbox in here as well. I guess not. Maybe that is. There's nothing in there either way. Moon, stars, and moons. Hang on. Moon, stars, and my baby boy. Is that something to do with something in his room, maybe? Just stop too, which are nothing. Packing, moving out, meeting Trisha. Wonder how significant that ends up being. Moon, stars, my baby boy. I'm going to head out to the cemetery after looking in here again. So it could apply somehow to something in there too. I think obviously it's going to be, you know, something that he had Scott use when Scott was a baby. But, you know, something where, because Scott is buried in the cemetery. Scott's buried out there, so it's possible there's something near his headstone or something that might have something to do with moon and stars. Maybe. I don't recall seeing something like that there, but there might be. Yet another person who passed on in town. Another Scott. Here we go. I don't know what that means. Lent? Oh, God lended it to him. I see. God's lent child. Yeah. Okay. But I don't see. See if Sylvia Eden is in here also, maybe. Since I'm already here. Susie, that's not Sylvia, though. Sarah, Trisha. And she... So many people died in 1995 here. It's crazy. Wanda, Henry, Gary, Raymond, Christopher, Timothy, Andrew Reed. That's Magdalene Roberts. There are people in here that I cannot examine right now. Like their headstones there, I cannot examine correctly. Because I cannot open that door. Okay. So not for what I can see there so far. Hmm. It's the church again. That was the barber shop, yeah. It even looks like you can go, passage goes back that way. We don't even have an option to try to open this. Interesting. Anyway. Some of these stores don't even have like the name of the store by them, so it's harder to know what the place would have been. So we started out today being here, and that's locked. Locked from this side, but accessible from the back, so I guess that doesn't matter. Yeah, that's the front side. I think there's still something up here. I don't know what in the manor I've missed, but there's something still at the manor here. I'm positive there's something, like there's a safe or something like that here. And I'm not talking about the one that's behind the painting, because that one is a like tap digits type of one. Let's see. Already gone through that, I think, decently thoroughly. So we did find this new letter there. There's nothing in the top drawer. Actually, I'm going to leave it open just so I've done all of those. Come back later and think, oh, I haven't done the top one, when in fact I actually absolutely have. Okay, that's pretty cleaned out. This goes back to the gallery. Both of these have already been examined. So the master bedroom here, the only room on the way to the gallery that is open. And although it is, I don't think there's anything left in here that I have not yet already found or examined, I should say. Bathroom is locked, but there's also no key or anything. So no way to try to open that. Unless there's a mechanism later. Possible. This goes up to the gym. The other path goes to the gallery, so since I've already been there multiple times. I don't know who this Sylvia Eden person is. It's kind of bugging me. Like, seems like she knows or thinks she knows something about Vivian Roberts' death. Then, oh, I could use this? Oh, it didn't work. Yeah, okay. I would think it'd just like gray it out, but I guess you could still try it. I've already been through here. I keep thinking some of these tables are going to have drawers on them, and some of them don't, though. I'm assuming nothing between the cushions, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, I think so. Not even try to use the slim on that. Yeah, some of this stuff I think defaults back to closed, which is fine. It doesn't let me remember exactly what all I've already looked at, but I've been through that bar enough times. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. I'll remember that I've already searched all those drawers. Okay. We already read this letter. So, this is Dr. Johnson telling Vivian his affairs revealed. There's no point of beating around the bush. You want to protect yourself and Trisha. There's only one way. You have to make Sophia and the baby leave Charles. So, I guess the question is, do I know how to get into Henry Johnson's office? Because if I have a way of getting in there, I could look at more, see, you know, if he has his own journal or diary, or if he's got any kind of prescription notes or something about what he may have given to Sophia. It's obviously not the same, at least not directly the same as try to track down Sylvia's notes about Magdalene. But if they're trying to get rid of Sophia, you know. I've given careful thought to your request. Here's my answer. Provide a new prescription for your mother-in-law, Magdalene. This is also Dr. Johnson. 3 times the strength of her usual dosage. Detailed instructions will be sent with the medicine. Should you decide to do it, you'll need to administer the medicine carefully so no one suspects anything. Make sure no one in the mansion ingests any of it. Yeah. So... yeah, I think... it might be... except I don't know how to get in his office. But I think it might be the next step to try to find Dr. Johnson's stuff. Whether it's his car, which I don't think we can find because that was found in the lake. I doubt they... I mean, I guess they might have fished it out of the lake, but I doubt we're going to be able to access that. Or find some way into his office at the hospital, but I don't know where his office is. First of all, and second, I don't know if we can even get into it. We could look and see, look around the hospital, see what rooms there are. Let me see. Let me see what we can find out, if anything. Trying to think, it's mostly examination rooms and records rooms, but there's the medical records room we've already been to. I wonder if Robert's room is near that. Maybe. Let's see. I don't think there's a map or anything here, right? Power's off. See, these are examination rooms. Harold, Wanda. I don't know if any of that's... I think we've already examined both of those rooms. I don't know if we're going to get anything more out of those now. The flower pot next to the church. Yeah. Yeah, we used that to open the one locker. It's the only locker we've been able to open so far, but we did use that. Power's off. Okay, what do we have? We have exam room, elevator, stairs, 101, exam room A3, storage. It's about the pin, which is fine, but Not really getting anything from here, but I don't know how. I don't remember how well I examined things in this room before. It's very likely I did an only cursory examination, but not a lot to miss when pretty much everything just exists but doesn't allow you to interact with it. Yeah, okay. Nurse station, emergency center, operating room, locked. Of course. Nurse station. I don't know what the thing by the nurse station is, but like that room without a map could be anything. There's no signage by the door, so I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Okay. Doctor's office. 1F2. What is 4? The emergency room? Okay, hang on. 8 is the lobby. So down. 9 is the medical records? Yeah. So 2 is straight across from the medical records. Oh, I have a hospital map now. I didn't. Okay. So instead of wandering around randomly, now I can actually have a plan. Okay. So from here, medical records is here. So doctor's office is here. Do I have a badge? Yeah. Key card. The staff, but the power is off. So using it does nothing. Dang. Well, how am I going to get the power on? I got to get the generator going, I guess. I don't know where I get the generator started. It's not one thing, it's another, damn it. Life is so hard. Oh, that opened? Interesting. I don't know if they intended to have that open or not, but okay, sure. So that's maybe yet another task to try to get the power back on. Well, like I said, I don't even know where we've got some kind of generator in here. Let's see. Electric control room 4. Over here? So it's just past the doctor's office? Let's see. Does that mean there? No, it's to the left. Oh no, it's in the basement. That's in the basement is what yeah. So where stairs 16 17 and 18. There should 16, 17, and 18. So all the corners except for the cafeteria corner have stairs that may or may not. Those do not go down. These do not go down. I think there are stairs over here too. I think cafeteria is on the far side. Over to the right. Oh, these do go down. Oh. Okay. This is new, potentially scary part. Oh, but it might be locked. Damn. The door is bolted from behind? What the? How am I going to get through there then? It's bolted from behind. What on earth? Okay. Can I use this? Nope, did not work. Break the glass? I don't know if can I interact with the glass? I don't know. I don't think I can interact with the glass. Bolted from behind, but doing that using the Slim Jim doesn't work. So yeah, so I need to figure out some way of getting in here without. Okay. I think I'd forgotten that there were the stairs down to the basement, but currently that I guess doesn't matter because I don't have. Stairs were over this way, right? If I try from the outside, there's not like some outside door I missed or something, right? Oh, I guess that's all chained up. So I got to go around all the way around the back side and outside and then see. So over here, and then we just came out here. And the stairs are here, so I can go all the way around. I can't. There's a chain there. I don't think there's going to be a way to enter from outside, though. I think the key is going to be, the key meaning like the secret or whatever, is going to be to somehow, like you said, Fofox, break the glass. I just don't know how I do that. Or to somehow lift the bar. If I had a powerful magnet, I might be able to lift it. That would require something probably like, kind of like a metal detector. Like one of the little detectors people use sometimes like at the beach for look for, you know, lost items or whatever. And somehow magnetize that. or something, or just get a powerful magnet anyway, like separately, but get some kind of magnet and then use that on against the door. Maybe slowly lift the bar from the other side. Yeah, and I don't know if you can even lift the bar, to be honest, right? Because I haven't seen anything that it would indicate some kind of magnet. But again, I've not yet opened the toolbox. So that's another thing to consider. If I get the toolbox, I might have a tool in there that can let me open that door to the basement. I think I need to open that door to the basement in order to start the generator to have power, which then I can take up to, or will turn on, and then I can go up to the doctor's office and get in with the key card, I think. I'm going to use a... you know what? I think we're just going to, for now, we're just going to call it for tonight. Although, I'm going to go back. We're going to end at that bottom stairwell, just so I'm remembering that that's something I want to pursue. Okay. Okay, so we'll end there. So when I enter next time, we'll be there, and I'll go, oh yeah, I want to try to get in the basement if I can. Although, again, I don't know that we are going to be able to quite yet. I feel like that's something that we won't be able to manage. We're not far enough with other things in the story yet to be able to do that, I don't think. So, all right. Monmouth went to the theater, so hopefully he has a fun movie. Faux Fox Silhouette, thanks for joining me. Appreciate the support. Also Monmouth, of course. Anybody else who's watched? I will see you guys next weekend. Till then, be safe. Enjoy your time with your family and friends, and try to stay healthy and out of danger. Till next time. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.